Hey, Dr. Gomet here, and I want to have Supergirl teach you about linear regression. Linear regression is a great tool, very commonly used because it's so powerful. So today we want to explore how to take two quantitative variables and analyze them. And so typically we're going to do this by creating a scatter plot, building a line of best fit, and calculating the correlation coefficient. So in this video, we're actually just going to focus on building these things in Excel, having it do the calculations for us. For more in-depth explanations of what the slope, the y-intercept, the correlation coefficient means, each of those pieces I'm going to put in separate videos so that I can make them a little bit shorter and more focused, all right? So let us get started by looking at how the yellow sun of Earth gives Kara her superpowers. So there was an episode with Lilith Luthor. Kara's captured. She's forced to use all of her solar reserves, creating a heat vision blast, takes away all of her power, right? And so shortly after the encounter, she's able to recharge in the yellow sun. And so when he's like, hey, let's take some readings after she fights and see how much time she needs to spend in the sun to get her reserves back so that we know when she's at full strength, right? And so this leads to the following data that I have right here. So the solar reserves in gigajoules, because it's big, are over here. And then the duration in the sun, she seems to recharge pretty quickly, so I have it in minutes. It's over here. Now, I will point out these are not actual readings that I estimated from the show. This is just some data that I created for this example video. All right. Even I don't nerd out like that most of the time. All right. So what we're going to do in Excel is we're going to use the chart wizard found under the Insert tab. So let's switch over. And so here I actually have the data pasted into the Excel spreadsheet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select the data, and I'm going to click on Insert on the ribbon and the Chart Wizard or the Recommended Charts button right here. Now, a lot of times if you've already selected the data, this will be pretty good or pretty close. You may have to scroll down or select other charts, but here the actual chart that we want is there. So I'm going to click on it. There it is. There's my duration in the sun. And so now, to help us out just a little bit with our creation, right? We actually are going to double check that it's a scatter plot, and now we're going to add the equation and the r squared options, right? So it is a scatter plot. To do that, you basically right click on any data point, and what you're going to do is add a trend line. And so if you do that, there is the option for adding the equation and the r squared options at the bottom. So display the equation and display the r squared. Okay, now those are in a text box, so you can move them to where it's easier to see. So the linear regression that we've created is here. That's that y equals, and the r squared is right there. Now, if all you want is the correlation coefficient, that's actually super easy. There is actually a correlation coefficient function called correl for correlation. So equal sign, correl, you'll see it pops up. I'm going to use the tab button to insert it. Array 1, this is array 1, comma, this is array 2. Close it up, hit enter, and you can see that it is 0.902. Okay, so here's your correlation coefficient. Here is your linear regression equation on your scatter plot. And there you have it. If that was helpful, that makes me happy, probably makes you happy too. Hey, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you know when new videos come out.